Only one kid in history had ever attempted what Benny was about to. And he got eaten. So we were worried. Real worried. Even when Benny brought out the secret weapon. Shoes guaranteed to make a kid run faster and jump higher. PF Flyers.
We can't let him do this, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the Slate Laced podcast. Can you hear me? Is it working? Okay, good. Look, we just had to do a quick test. Anyways, it is the Slate Laced podcast. Happy Hump Day, all that good stuff. This episode will probably be up at the last minute, but you guys can still catch us on that hump day for that official wind down of the night. Blair, how you doing?
Good.
Doing good. As you can tell by what we got here, it is a movie episode. Blair's doing this new thing where he's just getting the movie theater popcorn for absolutely no reason, not seeing a movie, literally hopping in the line and walking out with a bucket. Can you explain yourself? Because you got popcorn in the cupboard to just pop. So why is it different? But cheers, guys. Happy Hump Day.
I don't know if you guys know, but AMC movie theater popcorn with a tremendous amount of butter hits for some reason.
It don't hit like that to me.
To me, it does.
It's good, but there's other variations of popcorn that's a little bit better. But go ahead, keep going. Because why all this all of a sudden?
You and Mom are obsessed with that home style, but home
style
roasts me. Because it's just salty.
But that's all
buttery.
You need.
No, you need butter.
Now,
butter,
a little
no
dash.
Salt.
A little dash.
Butter, no salt.
But go ahead.
I go to the movies pretty frequently, so I've gotten sort of in the habit of having popcorn with the movies that I watch. Me and you have both joked about it, right? Where if you go to a movie, say you're running late and you forget to grab something and you just in there watching, it don't feel right.
Oh, I can't do it.
You just sitting there
I've never just watched a movie.
Right?
I've always had at least a drink. Minimum.
You just sitting in there wow, I really got nothing in here right now.
Minimum, I've always had a drink.
They coincide, right? So it just doesn't feel right if you're not stuffing your face. And you already know me, with popcorn, it is literally what my hand size is the amount of popcorn that I'm gonna try to fit in my mouth.
I just do this
but you don't understand because that's what we do. A lot of people aren't gonna tell you that, but we sitting here in a theater that is pitch black. You can't see anybody, so it's why,
Ellen told us.
Yeah, exactly.
She said,
why be classy?
Shout out to Ellen.
Shout out to Ellen. I'm literally in the dark. Nobody can see me. Oh, I'm about to shove something down my mouth. It is what it is, Yep. And so you just get used to that habit, that feeling, right? And so I didn't go and see any. Well, the last movie I did see was Thor, and that was on. I think it was Thursday or something like that. But I had just been in the mood, right? I'm writing, and I'm what'll go good right now with some writing? I was some popcorn. And then I told you I went, and you was laughing you did not just pull up.
I didn't believe it.
I was oh, for sure. I ordered ahead and everything, and then I pulled up, and then they're okay, let me see your ticket, and I'm just showing them the phone, and I was I just have a pickup for popcorn, and they're just okay. I'm just yeah. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah. Did I stutter? Yeah, let me go ahead and get that popcorn.
And then even when I came in the day, the dude looked at me weird. He was you're here just for popcorn? I'm yeah, just for popcorn. And then I'm walking out. I'm have a good one. And he still is just looking at me perplexed. This dude really drove over here for some popcorn. But we live so close to that theater now that it's just so convenient for me to just stop by and snag some,
Shout out to the AMC because we used to have to bus missions.
Yeah.
Our movie would be starting in 10 minutes. So we down to Burbank.
You already know if I was driving. Yeah,
shout out to Ledge was with us.
We would get there immediately. Because we had to. But
and then at that time you got a couple minutes of previews, but we'd always make it right on time. But shout out to the Burbank one.
Time, where did we go? We went from the Valley and we went all the way to. Remember, because we got on the 405. I forgot where we got off at, but I got us to I want to say Sherman Oaks.
Somewhere. Yep.
I got us there pretty quick. Shout out to the carpool lane, but
yeah. And then also, but man, there was times where we missed it. We didn't have the right theater because Burbank got a bunch of the different theaters. So then we hot, Eric going off on the 18, 16.5, 3 and 4 quarters.
Crying.
Shout out to Harry
I
Potter.
missed that one. Y'all just told me about it.
Oh, you wasn't there when he was
I wasn't there for that one. You guys was like, he was just like, so where is it at? Like,
Yeah.
what, you know?
And he was calling the man Two-Face and all that. Shout out to Ledge for his little temper. Yeah, but look, don't forget your ID messing with the AMC. I'll tell you that right now. Because they not going to let it slide. Like, that's the one thing that bothers me. Like, we love the A-list, but I'm going to touch on 2 things about the A-list. I love it, but y'all need to chill with this ID thing.
I mean, I got
it's on my phone. How am I lying with the app?
I know.
Like, how you even log on? So that's another thing they need to relax. And then the second thing is y'all not respecting the A-list line. I don't feel A. You feel A-ish?
I'm feeling B.
Yeah, I'm feeling B-. Get me in that line and get me through. I'll be at the A-list line. Why am I waiting? You letting all the regular folks go. No, I paid a fee. You better ring me up.
Thank you. I'm glad you touched on that because I was going to touch on it.
And this is specifically for the ranch because, yeah, I be in that line. I'm doing a little too much waiting. Now, y'all got to keep me happy. I'm a loyal customer now. And I'm sitting here and I'm seeing Tweedledum and Tweedledum hopping up, getting their popcorn and they hot dogs on a stick and whatnot before me.
Gross.
So, yeah. They need to, move us through the line a little bit better. Have one register that's just specifically for the A-list. Because they be trying to, you get in that line, but then they divvy you up to, just the lady in front of us strictly takes us. So that we can keep rolling.
Yep.
Not she's calling someone from over here. She shouldn't be doing that. So, A-list, that's my complaint. When y'all ask me to do the next little survey, that might be what, I'm going to speak on next. But
so, yeah. I do want to touch on something briefly before we get started then, right? So, I just want to say, when you hang around certain people, you learn certain things, right? So, rolling with Eric sometimes, right? Like, you learn that sometimes the right way doesn't always get you to where you want to go, right?
Be vocal.
And I've been with him multiple times where, like, maybe his way gets it done, even though that may not be the right way, right? So I'm in line today to get popcorn. I'm the only one in line, and I'm in the A-list line, right? And this lady is kind of standing around, just like kind of doing nothing, but she's at her register, right? But when you're respectful and polite, right? You don't just walk up. You're waiting to be flagged over, right? Because it's like, in my mind, you might be on break. In my mind, you might not be at the register, right? You may not be doing anything, right? Like, that's not there's no cash there, right? Like, I don't know. So I'm not going. And then like, there's another line that already has somebody, and then there's another line that already has somebody. So I'm just waiting. Then all of a sudden, 2 random people walk all the way through the maze, right? And get to the front, and she goes, "I can take you." And I'm just like, yo, wait a minute. Are you serious? So you're telling me this whole time
we was just looking at each other. Was we communicating?
Like, I'm at a movie theater. There's only all of 4 options. What can I be struggling to potentially, like, figure out? Do I want a hot dog? Do I want a Slurpee? Do I want a soda? Do I want
nobody even look at the menu for what?
That's what you know. What's
it's
here?
2 things.
You know what's here. You get popcorn and a
pretzel or what? And keep it pushing.
So then, they literally get done, and then the lady that was next to her gets done, and then they call more people from now that line, and I'm like, so what's the point in A-list if I'm literally getting?
I don't have to watch the regulars,
right?
Yep.
So then they both handle theirs, and she looks over at me and she goes, "Oh, I can take you."
That's when I'm on mute. I'm just like, yeah, large popcorn drink. All right, well, have a good day.
Yeah, I won't be having a good day.
And I just walk off. Enjoy the movie.
I won't be enjoying the movie. It's just that one was.
Now you don't get no banter. Just give me my popcorn.
I was gonna be nice.
Ain't no banter.
How's your day going? All this, and that. Now I can care less.
Nope. Kick rocks. Have a raggedy day. Stub your toe. But yeah, so they need to fix that.
Agreed.
That's my official complaint with the A-list.
Agreed.
But on that note, let's go ahead and segue into a couple reviews, guys. We're gonna do things a little bit differently here because we want to cover a variety of movies in this episode. Okay. So we're gonna do quick reviews. We're just gonna give you our ratings on a couple movies. I've seen all of them. You've seen all of them that I probably haven't seen, and then I've seen a couple that you haven't.
Well, yeah, I've seen everything that's in theaters so far. If it plays at the ranch, I've seen it.
We're gonna cover it.
Okay.
Let's start
Unless
off.
it's Minions.
But you know I didn't see the Minions.
Well, I mean, I ain't seen Minions because I didn't see Minions 2, so I'm just not gonna watch Minions 3.
I ain't saw the Minion. These are basically the summer movies right now. So this will be like a little summer movie preview. Some of them are a little bit older, but you know, if you haven't been to the theater, we'll tell you whether to walk or run and go check them out. But let's start with Jurassic Park, because I think that was the first thing that we planned on reviewing together. So I had hopped to the theater that day after we recorded the last podcast two or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I had really hopped over there to go to the ranch to go see it and check it out. I was excited. Mm-hmm. I have seen all the Jurassic Parks, including the old ones. Okay. And I was excited for this one because I was like, ooh, okay, what they gonna do? I know they're bringing back the vets. Mm-hmm. You know, you got Laura Dern, and I don't know the other man's name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I was excited. Blair, were you excited to check that one out? Nah, you probably weren't, huh? You're not a Jurassic fan. And not that I'm a Jurassic fan, I just like the storytelling, and I like that movie. I don't know why. I just like the trilogy. Were you excited?
No.
Okay.
No, I wasn't excited.
So let's give it a rating real quick. Because to me, it was dry. Mm-hmm. And although it was a bunch of action, it was kind of boring.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of things going on. Like, you're not going to fall asleep. It's a lot of jumping and camera movement and action-packed. But at the same time, it was just dry. Sorry. It was just dry. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like,
What you sorry for?
No.
I'm sorry I saw
the
it.
popcorn. Yeah. That too. I am sorry that I wasted a free movie and went ahead and checked it out. That as well. But, yeah, I mean, it was just dry. Blair, you touched on a little bit of a spoiler, but go ahead and say what your piece was, because we talked about this the other day. Oh.
So nobody couldn't die?
It's like you don't want to see people die, but that would have had the emotional pull that the movie needed, because it was missing that emotional piece.
Well, I'm just saying, right? So if we're being realistic here, right? And let's just say we are living in a world where dinosaurs do roam, right? And there are some that are whatever, king of the jungle, whatever, right? If they get around you, somebody gonna go, right? Like,
You're getting snatched.
There was, I can't think of all of how many there were, but when they all formed together and we're trying to survive together, it was about like 10 of them.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people.
So we got 10 people on the run from dinosaurs, and we all survived?
And that's funny, because I literally sat there and counted at one point. It wasn't 10, but I was really like, how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like at least 7 or 8.
Okay.
But that was
they
going
all
through my
made
mind
it.
as well. I'm like, how are all 8 going to survive? And they really do.
Yeah, they all survived, and the only person that died was the villain. The only person that died in the whole movie, spoiler alert, was the villain.
It was a little
Makes
bit of
no
a cheap,
sense to me.
A little bit of a cheap cop out.
There was no, so that's my biggest issue, which leads into there was just no real challenge to the movie.
Yeah,
right?
it was all just the dinosaurs came out. We had to put them back in their place, take down the evil corporation. We won. No twist, no turn.
No,
it was actions.
There was hardly any danger. Hardly any danger. There was just, like 2 moments.
They was just dinosauring, and that was it.
Yeah, there was like maybe a moment, maybe 2, where you were like, oh, maybe somebody's gonna die, and then like they didn't. Or they like all banded together to kind of like survive. It was just crazy. But like when I saw that, I was just like, yeah, they trying to gear it up to bring them all back for another round.
And you know they're gonna do another. And look, it was just whack. Like, that's just it. Like, it wasn't boring in the sense that you're gonna fall asleep, like I've been saying. Yeah, but it wasn't.
Because I mean, I was locked in.
It just wasn't good. Yeah. It just wasn't a good movie. It was just watered down. I think that's a real good, I don't know what a verb or adverb, one of them things. A real good noun.
It was watery.
Yeah. Y'all know what I mean. Don't come at me for that, okay? I know my stuff. I know how to write. But anyway.
Watery stool. What it was.
It was just weak. So let's give it a quick rating. Blair, what would you do based on our scale? 1 to 5 entertainment, 1 to 5 originality. I mean, it's already a trilogy, so we can't really give it much on that.
Well, I mean, it's 1 on originality. 3 on entertainment.
So what, 4?
4.
Same thing, but I'm gonna bump it up. I'm gonna go 3 entertainment, because again, it's not just boring, but it's weak.
Well, I gave 3 entertainment.
But I'm gonna go 1 more on
originality.
I'm gonna go at least 2 because they added new characters.
Okay.
And I like the idea of bringing back old characters. I do like that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going 5? Mm-hmm. 5 out of 10. Don't go see it. That's my.
So
unless you a hardcore Jurassic Park, you got the little sticker on your Jeep, then go ahead and check it out.
I do see those.
Yeah, you be seeing the whole Jeep just.
So here's my thing, right?
Don't go watch it.
You're supposed to walk to the theater, but you're supposed to run from dinosaurs. So I'm gonna say run away from this movie.
There you go. Keep it running. Don't watch it unless that's your life's dream. You grew up on Jurassic Park and you just locked in as a fan base. Then go ahead, but don't waste your time if you're just a regular. If you're a regular fan. Oh, is that buttery?
Look at that. That's a good one right there.
Anyways, don't go see Jurassic Park. It's a 4 and 5 out of 10 from us. Let's move right on into the next movie, which is also something we discussed, Top Gun Maverick. This was one that I wanted to see right away, just for the cast alone. You got, obviously, Tom Cruise, but then you got Miles Teller, Jay Ellis, a bunch of other people I don't know, John Hamm, but it was a good cast.
John Hamm.
I hadn't seen the first one going into it. Like I said, I think I mentioned on the podcast that it was on Netflix, so I tried to watch like the first 10 minutes. It was weak. I had to turn it off. I'm sorry, guys. I just can't do.
That's
I know it's a classic. I know that, and you know,
people love that movie, and it really is beyond classic. It's going to transcend time, and it's going to be around for a very, very, very long time.
Literally. So I went to the danger zone. So I was singing that song. Shout out to the soundtrack. That was lit. But
was solid.
Before I went in, I was prepared. I made sure to read the plot summary of the first one. So I got the, scene by scene of what was going to happen. Okay. Blair, did you get any information going in?
No.
Okay, so you just went in blind. You thought you weren't going to like Maverick, correct?
No, I didn't think that.
You went in. Okay.
I didn't think I wasn't going to like it. I was just kind of like, the thing is that I didn't really have any thoughts. I was just like, okay, so new movie came out. It was Maverick. I was like, I'm going to the movies frequently now. All right, Maverick's the move today. Yeah. Went and saw the latest one. It was probably like 11 p.m.
Oh, you went at that time? I went a little bit earlier.
Packed, though. All seats sold. I'm sitting in a, oh man, I forgot to hang on. Go
ahead, cause I got a doozy as well.
So before I touch on the Maverick, when I was watching Jurassic Park, yes, the theater was kind of packed, but there was a lot of seats left over in like the left hand side. I'm in the right hand side in the corner, smashing a Chipotle burrito. I got my jug of water next to me. I got my flannel jacket like laying down to the side, some popcorn sitting next to it. And here come a family of 4. Excuse me. Like, and the movie has started. And I'm just literally like having a good old time, like, okay, trying to move everything, hold everything. And then the husband was like, wait, hey, why are we, what are we doing? There's seats over there. Why are we sitting next to him? Excuse me. And then like his wife like was just budging through, and then the children like budged through. He sits down next to me. And he's just like, hey, my bad, man. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Right. Like all the seats that were on the left side was open, and he was pointing to it like, why aren't we sitting over there? They literally sat on me.
This is a great subject of just inappropriateness, and there needs to be a code of conduct at the movies. Do not sit next to me. That's number one. I go by myself.
If there's seats available.
If there's seats. So I'm going to Maverick. And I'm like, why would I pick a seat, not an end seat? I'm picking an end seat for a reason. Do not, and if you see that occupied, why would you get the one right next to it?
Yeah.
So, of course, I do it, and I'm like, all right, cool, no one's next to me. I'm chilling. But I'm in the front. I'm toward the front because it is, the premiere week.
Yeah.
So I'm by the front, but, again, I got to recline all the way so I can get a good look at the screen. But I'm like, all right, cool, I'm by myself. Got to put Chipotle burrito. I'm opening it up. About 10 minutes into the movie, here comes some girls, like drunk college girls coming in. Just loud, wine bottle. They coming right next to me. I have my little crossbody bag on the seat next to me. I got to pull it up. I was hot. I was like, and then you had to get up, so they can go by.
That's the worst.
I'm like,
slow too.
And then they saunter by. why are these girls loud? Laughing. Because, you know, Val Kilmer came on, he got a disease.
It wasn't that funny. They laughed at his disease?
Yep. They're like, because they was drunk, and I was like, okay. And then I didn't want to get lumped in with them. Because, you know, I'm sitting next to them, so I'm like, not me. Like, I'm over here acting appropriate. So they got joke. They got hot Cheeto bags. They just... all that noise, and literally like a whole bottle of liquor that they snuck in.
Dang.
And was just right next to me. So I'm hot. I was like, this is the worst movie going experience. I'm locked into the movie. They're just chatting it up. One girl's just so loud. So then on the way out, I don't even put my seat like closed for them to walk around. I was like, nah, figure it out. Get through.
Y'all can stumble over
because at this point, I'll fight these kids. So yeah, they hit my foot a little bit and get out. And I was like, cool. Then they had the audacity. One girl had dropped her phone, so she was looking for her stuff. And they had the audacity to block the walkway like this, talking. The two girls. I busted right through the middle. I was like, move. Like, I just shouldered them both.
Yeah, you were
like,
running back.
But everybody was doing that. Everyone was like, are they going to move? Like, when they were going to the exit, and the girls were just, like, standing there, like, yeah, chatting it up. And everyone was just like, excuse me. And I just bolted right through. I was like, say something. So I was hot. Look, there's a code of conduct. There's an unwritten code, just like in college. When you was at your seat, that was your desk. Just because it was a new day didn't mean you went. You knew I sat there last week. You knew I sat there last class. That's my desk.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. If you see one seat's occupied, move over.
Yeah,
leave a spot empty. We don't want you up on us and next to us. Especially if you're going to be loud and drunk and inappropriate. Like, honestly, they probably snuck in because it was so late anyway.
Yeah, they
probably just
really
walked into the movie
when it gets late.
And I think they don't press for certain skin colors. Because why were they able to just walk up in here 20 minutes? Nah, get the man with the little flashlight and come over here and get these girls up out of here. Like, this is annoying. So I should have snitched. But anyway, I didn't. But that was the most annoying experience of my life, sitting next to those girls. And I almost said something like, can y'all stop? Can we be, act our age? But anyway, back to Maverick. So you were
nearly that bad. I just sat in me, it's like if it gets packed, I take a handicap seat.
I will too, yeah.
But some dude still sat next to me. But whatever. Then I was smacking down one of the burritos from the spot across the street from Popeyes. You know how they roll out the cart?
Oh yeah.
I smacked down one of those little Al Pastor ones, man. But yeah, it was cool though. It was
excited?
Good.
Yeah,
I was excited.
The movie was phenomenal. Straight up. If y'all wonder about Maverick, go see it immediately.
I think it was crazy.
I had read up on, the first movie, so I knew what the storyline was that Tom Cruise's partner had died. It's now the son that he's going to have to mentor, and there was going to be some friction there. So I was kind of excited to see that storyline play out. I thought that was a really neat idea. And they even got the guy's look kind of down, too, in Miles Teller, that actor. Yeah, so I was excited. And the movie delivered on every, the movie delivered on all cylinders, I feel like. Action-packed, the dog fights, I didn't even know what that was till the movie started. Like, they was just, really up in those ships or, airplanes fighting and all that. Yeah, so if you're into fighter pilot stuff, which I'm not, but it's definitely good if you're into that. And then it's just an action-packed movie. It had a great storyline. It's tug on your heartstrings, all that kind of stuff. Blair, your thoughts?
I was watching and I was like, dang, like, this is kind of good.
You were shocked, huh? You were shocked.
Well, yeah, because usually sequels don't end up following through.
Right.
It's very rare when a sequel follows through. So, like I said, I had no expectation, but I was just going in not really thinking it was going to be the best of the best. I was watching, I was like, like, it's not dope. Oh, wow, we got action. Oh, it's getting kind of, it's fun. Wow. Oh, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, yeah, I was definitely pleasantly surprised watching. Everybody did like a really good job. It just, and it really felt like we were back in the 80s again, and it just picked up right where it left off. It was good. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give it a rating. 1 to 5 originality. I'm going to go 4 just because they put that piece in with the son. And yeah, it's a sequel. I can't give it a 5, but I still feel like it deserves more than a 3. So I'm going 4 on that. And then entertainment, I'm going 5. I got this thing at a 9. It's very good.
That's fair because it did I think it was interesting to kind of see the son all grown up and getting that perspective and getting to touch on the whole hidden element of like what really happened, why is there so much tension between the two of these. Like, I think it was an interesting play.
It was lit.
But I don't think I'm gonna go 4 on that. I think I'll go 3.5. And then I'm gonna go 5 on entertainment for sure.
All right, 9 and 8.5. I mean, go see this movie. And I like the little, like how they shut down the little arrogant dude and how his story kind of came full circle. Like,
I like the arrogant too.
Yeah, but and then even how it just came around to the end, it was really good, man. Like, go see Maverick.
The arrogant dude was just like he was just having fun with it.
Yeah, but you can't be about you, and I'm just the fastest. Okay, but you left your homies behind.
Yeah,
like,
but we
a team.
Hey, he was it was just all a game to him.
So
he was just trying to be the best.
It was good. Like, that's probably so far one of my favorites, and we'll talk about the other.
Okay.
Blair, get us into Black Phone, please.
Okay.
Because I did not see this one, but that movie's kind of up my alley. But go ahead, Blair.
Yeah. So Black Phone. Okay. So Black Phone basically is it's set in the late 1970s. Okay. I want to say early 80s in a small town. I want to say it was like Denver, Colorado. And essentially what's happening is we're having a series of kidnappings in a small neighborhood. And a lot of the way it actually starts off, if I may, we're in the middle of a baseball game and there's like this star player at bat. And then the kid that's pitching is the main character of this whole film. And, the boy ends up hitting a home run on the main character, right? And then that leads into the film. We get to see things play out, which actually is very nice. The mood is on point. It definitely feels late 70s. And then that star player ends up being the first person that gets kidnapped, which then leads us into all of this, right? And so for that film, we have
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. There we go.
Boyhood. But shout out to Ethan Hawke. Yeah, I do like Ethan Hawke.
But so he's the main character. And then I forget the kid's name.
Yeah, I think that's his first role, by the way.
That is his first role.
Shout out to the newcomer just coming out with that. Hey.
Hard
to do.
So what we have is a traditional setup of you're trying to find a missing kid, right? Yeah. We've got several of those movies. Yep. Several have been done well.
Yep. Prisoners.
Right. So here is the opportunity to see it done a different way.
Changeling.
Yeah.
Traumatic.
And you know what's interesting is I think that
don't watch that
they
movie.
did. I think that they did try to do it differently. Now,
because they did it from a horror aspect.
They did it from a horror aspect. That was exactly.
And then the main thing, I guess, is what the dead kids are communicating.
The dead kids are communicating through the phone
on how to escape.
Yes. So basically, it's like all of them have tried their own way to get in and get out, and they're basically like, okay, so in order for our souls to be free, we got to help this kid out, and if he makes it out, we all make it out, right? Now, there's always a character flaw within the film, and we have to see him like go through his journey and figure it out. Now, I'm going to tell you what the flaw is just because that's not going to basically give the film away, right? Now, in the beginning, he's getting beat up by a bully, and one of his the kids that he looks up to steps in, protects him, and it basically tells him, at one point in time, you're going to have to stand up for yourself, right? You're going to have to fight back. You can continue to take all these hits and all of this and that, right? But until you stand up for yourself, you ain't getting anywhere, right? And so then that just basically sets everything in motion. And that's what we're looking for. We're basically searching for that moment where he decides he's finally going to stand up for himself, which then makes sense, right? When he's trapped away and you're just like, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to do it, right? Now, what I liked about the film was the mood. The mood was consistent. except for one specific moment. There's a character that just seems to kind of be put in there randomly, so it ends up being the killer's brother. So that kind of thing I didn't really like, and then I didn't really like the play of the kids talking to him and trying to help him out. I don't know why. Maybe it could have been done better. Maybe it could have worked, but you just needed to find a different way. That bothered me. But outside of that, the mood kind of was like on point.
Get into your
a lot.
Oh, okay.
A lot of jump scares. But it was yeah. I mean, I enjoyed the jump scares because I actually knew they were coming, but then it still got me, and it still got the whole audience.
Those are always good. But get into your rating of that one.
Okay. And then, so with all that being said, with all the information that I gave, I feel like it's, as far as originality goes, it's not really there because what has been done. But like I said, it's still no different than Maverick. So I'll go 3 as far as originality goes.
Okay.
And then as far as entertainment goes, I'll give it 4 out of 5.
Okay, so 7. That's pretty
Looking
good.
at about a 7.
So you're saying go see Black Phone?
I do think, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's worth the watch.
All right. Well, I was going to check it out, but now I definitely will check it out for sure. Let's get into Hustle. So Hustle is the latest Netflix film, starring Queen Latifah, Adam Sandler, Blair. I don't know. Did you watch it? You ended up watching it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering it. I forget if you stayed or not. So Hustle, we definitely watched. I watched it prior to watching it again with them, but it was really good. It was something that I wanted to see immediately. You know, we're basketball fans, so anytime they're putting out a basketball movie, I'm going in my mind. I'm going Hoosiers. I'm going Coach Carter, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to check it out right away. Also, what was the one, you can't throw a ball in the ocean? That we reviewed?
Where he was the alcoholic?
Yeah, what's that? Night something?
It's called The Way Back.
The Way Back, yep.
Still couldn't get the title.
Remember when you messed it up?
You didn't get the title?
Yeah, correct.
I said it was The Way Out. It was our segue to getting out.
No, it was not. But yeah, so it reminds me of all those kind of basketball movies, so you already know it's not going to be too high on that originality, but it was a great film nonetheless, had tons of actual NBA players. That was a cool thing that we don't see as often. You see 1 or 2, but this film is like full of them. And Kenny Smith surprised me. You know, I don't really rock with the Jet like that, but he surprised me in his role. He was acting, man, and he wasn't really stumbling through lines like they usually will, like kind of reading them. He was really, you know, letting that come off the page. So shout out to whoever worked with him, because I know he worked with an acting coach. Kenny really did a good job. He surprised me. So anyway, the movie to me was great. I liked the story. Again, they had that heartfelt aspect of the underdog story from, you know, a not so good country, having that poverty and just, you know, grinding it out to get a chance at a once in a lifetime opportunity to play in the NBA. So I really liked it. Adam Sandler did his thing. Adam Sandler's just quickly becoming, you know, probably one of the greatest actors of our generation, or his generation, because I feel like he's obviously older than us, but he's just so good in everything to me. And yeah, it was a great film. I say check this one out. We'll get into the rating, but Blair, your thoughts?
It's interesting that you use those ones as the options. For me, the movie that I would try to compare it to is Hoop Dreams. I do believe Hoop Dreams is kind of like the standard if you're trying to get a really real movie where some people are coming from poverty and are trying to make it in the NBA and have an actual talent, right? Like, I do believe the ratings for Hoop Dreams is like insane. I think it's like still a perfect score, or 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. And it came out like in 92. So, and also when you really watch it, there's just like that like gritty, like feels documentary style. Now, so that was my movie comparison for it. Now, I wouldn't say that it was on the level of it, but I do think that it was very entertaining. I do think Adam Sandler made the film for sure. And surprisingly, the actors were very good. Like
it was shocking. Like,
for them being basketball players and having no acting background, they were on.
I mean, Lowry was whack, but yeah. But the majority of it, like Anthony Edwards, that was pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
You know, of course, he's cocky and was on Instagram talking about he needed an Emmy or an Oscar, but you know.
Yeah, well, he's not.
He was, but he was good. But go ahead.
Yeah. But so no, I mean it definitely was it was good. I wouldn't just say it was like heartfelt, like making me about to like tear up or something. But it was cool. You were definitely rooting them on. It was a solid film though.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into the ratings real quick on that one. Mm-hmm. Entertainment 1 to 5. I'm going 5. Okay. And then originality, I'll go 3. Okay. So I got an 8. Again, this is a story that's told numerous times, so can't really give it too high, but definitely go see it. It's 8 out of 10. Okay.
You said 8 out of 10? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not going 5 out of 5 on entertainment. I'm going 4. As far as originality goes, I'll go 3.5.
Okay. So 7.5?
Yeah.
7.5 and 8?
Out of, yeah.
Hey,
I mean, I definitely say go check it out.
Definitely check it out. And it's definitely unique in a sense that there's that many NBA players and it's like kind of real. It feels real in a sense, like Blair was touching on. So it is good. For sure, go see that. Mm-hmm. Blair, let's get into Thor. You know I didn't see it. Why? Because Sydney don't do superhero stuff. But go ahead. Blair.
So...
Have you seen all the Thors?
No, I have not. Yeah. But I said, I touched on. I've essentially seen every movie.
Just like people that stay in the gym, we stay in the theater.
Stay in the theater, right? Yeah. So basically, every movie that's been playing at Ranch, I've seen, except for Minions and Elvis. And Elvis is a little too long for me, so I just haven't committed to watching it yet.
I heard it's lit though, so we might have to. But do we care about Elvis? Nope.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
sure don't. We don't be listening to Hound Dog.
Yeah, so Thor, I was going into it, no real expectation, just thinking it was going to be another superhero movie. Unfortunately, I was right. It was just another superhero movie.
Love and Thunder, right?
Love and Thunder, yeah. Man, it's difficult for me to watch films like that because films that don't act serious, I don't take serious.
Yeah, it's like all that goofy stuff is not funny to me.
Mm-hmm. You like comedy though? What you mean?
Nah, but this is a different kind of like. I remember I always sound like goofy, stupid. Mm-hmm. Like maybe the most slapstick thing I'll watch is like a Horrible Bosses. Okay. But I don't like goofy like. Yeah. And that's what this movie is. Like, they always just do too much because Taika or whatever who makes them, Waikiki, I'm butchering the name. I don't know how to pronounce it. He does have my respect, though, because he does great things with the camera. So don't take that as a slight. I just can't pronounce the man's name. But that's his thing. Like, that's his shtick. Okay. But also, just real quick, it stars Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, Natalie Portman, and go ahead.
Everybody knows this movie, though.
No, I'm just saying, we got to say it for the people,
Yeah. So for me, it was just really tough to take it seriously. And I get it that in comedies you're not supposed to take it seriously, but I also mean just as a viewer, right? Like my attitude and my mood switches when I watch. So I'm watching the film and I want to say almost 3 minutes in, I'm just like, whoa, this is about to be a long one. I was like, this is going to be a barn burner because they not being real at any moment in time. Like even when
it's hard for me to even imagine myself in that theater.
Yeah, even when the dark moments show up, right, where you are supposed to feel bad, but the problem is that you haven't allowed me to take the film seriously, so these moments are now null and void. In the beginning, it looked like it was going to be a serious flick the way it started off, because the first 5 to 10 minutes were very serious. What it was all about was serious, and then once Thor popped in the picture, all bets were off, and it wasn't good. And then I saw about 35 minutes of it. I debated getting up to leave, and then I woke up, and it was probably about 15 minutes left of the film.
Yeah. It didn't seem like anything I would want to see, so I'm sorry, guys. I just can't do it. But go ahead and hop into the ratings for that then.
Okay, as far as originality goes,
you can't go too high. I mean,
no, because you've seen it, and you've seen the aspect of wanting love, and that's not necessarily a problem. It's just the execution. They kept hitting us on the head with the actual message versus like allowing us to understand it the first go around because we're not stupid. So I'm gonna go 2.
Okay. Entertainment?
I missed 40 minutes of it being sleep, so it's not entertaining.
What you got?
I got 1.
So it's a 3 out of 10. Might want to stay away from that thunder because you know it stings. So don't watch that one, guys. Leave Thor: Love and Thunder at the theater. However, it has a gigantic fan base. I already know lines were wrapped around the theater on opening night for that one. People were in the cosplay dressed up as them, as Valkyrie, as Thor.
People were cheering in the film.
People were probably just.
They did. I was there.
Yeah, so I already know it has a huge fan base, so people are going to flock to the theaters. The ratings are going to be insanely high for that movie. It's just not me and Blair's style of movie. It's just not our thing. We're not into that Marvel. I don't even know which one this is. I'm assuming Marvel. We're not into it. Sorry about it. We say at the Slate Laced, don't go see it, but
I do.
If that's y'all stuff, go ahead. Yeah, you do.
But yeah, I'm not into silly stupid for sure.
Yep. Moving on to our last movie here, Ambulance. Did you end up seeing it?
No.
I told Blair as soon as I came home, it's probably my favorite movie of 2022.
You still stand
Maverick is up there, so I can't. They neck and neck for me because they both hit the ground running. I forced our parents to go see it. They liked it as well, but I was like, you need to go tonight. Like, that's what I was telling them. And then one thing is, I don't think it did very well in theaters because it came out of theaters so quick. Like, they had to go to some obscure kind of location theater to even check it out. So I don't know how well it did at the box office. Skip Bayless, shout out to Skip. Not really, because Skip kind of weak now. But he was talking on his podcast, so you guys know all I do is listen to podcasts, that it was probably his favorite, but he was like, it didn't get its credit at the box office. Okay. He also touched on Jurassic Park, saying what me and Blair were saying is, how did no one die? So we on that same wavelength that Skip is. But yeah, he said Ambulance was probably his favorite of 2022 as well, and it didn't get the credit it deserved. Talk about hitting the ground running. From the moment you sit down, you get your burrito out, it's off to the races. It's a great story of, 2 brothers from 2 different backgrounds growing up in LA, and then LA just being the backdrop. I love when LA is the backdrop of a movie. Just like all the freeways we know, all that kind of stuff. So growing up in LA, raised by their dad that was kind of a con man. So he's teaching them the game, the ropes. Jake Gyllenhaal, you guys already know, one of my top 5 favorite actors. You guys already know this. He brought it. He carried the entire film on his back. Not to say that the Candyman guy wasn't good, because he was great as well, but oh my gosh, Jake in this movie was insane. He goes in and out of that craziness, manic to like serious focus, kind of butt-kicking guy. It's just phenomenal. Of course, there's a ton of bank heist movies, like my favorite, I always say The Town, which I quote almost every day. But this just has a unique take on it, and you guys need to go see Ambulance tonight. Like, it's just, get the DVD, get a Fire Stick, do something, and check out that movie because it's phenomenal. And then shout out to, I don't think the woman that's in it, forgive me, I do not know her name. I don't think she's a newcomer, but she was really good in the movie as well. So those 3 killed it. Great film. Entertainment, it's a 5, 100%. And then I can't go 5 on originality just because The Town. The Town, I still gotta say it's a little bit better than this one. But Ambulance on originality, 3.5. I want to go 4, to be honest. Okay. But I'm gonna go 3.5 because there is a lot of heist things. Okay. So I got an 8.5, but it's a 10 out of 10.
So you still. Okay.
But because of the rating, it's an 8.5.
So you say go see it
immediately. Like, watch it tonight.
So don't ride in one, but watch one. Yeah,
exactly. Okay. Go watch it. Don't call 911 for the ambulance, but make sure y'all see this because that's the true 411. It's amazing. Yep. It's probably my favorite movie of 2022. That's just hands down. I saw it immediately, and I don't know why I wasn't getting no hype. So I gotta convince Blair to see that one. Blair, any movies that you're looking forward to?
Yeah.
The one we about to see? The one we about to do a little trailer reaction to?
We're doing a trailer reaction to Jordan Peele?
Yep. Yes, we are. We're doing a trailer reaction to Nope. It's starring Daniel Kaluuya. That's just gonna be his main collaborator now. I'm seeing, which I like, dude. I like when like actors team up, and it's usually like a lot of African American actors, because I know Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler that did Creed 1 and 2, but they have some partnership where they're like, man, we just want to make like at least 8 movies together. So he's gonna be Ryan Coogler's like leading man for a long time. So that's cool, and I can't wait to see what they do. Because shout out to the Town Business, because that's where Ryan Coogler's from. So all that, you know, excited to see. But anyway, back to Jordan Peele. I mean, we praise this man a lot. We've seen a lot of films that we've reviewed try to be like him. In that sense. What was that movie we watched?
I mean, Candyman had elements of it.
And then Nope, the other one with the Regina Hall, the Master.
Yeah,
we compared it a lot to that. So there's a lot of people trying to do this kind of horror that kind of has the undertones of racism and all that.
Socialism and stuff.
Now, from the trailers, you can never tell what Jordan Peele's about to talk about. You never know. I think we had the biggest clue, just because we knew it was going to be scary, but we had no idea the undertones of Us. Get Out, we dang sure didn't know what Get Out was about to be. It was so obscure, like, and I feel like Nope is going to be an obscure trailer as well. I've seen like little clips, but never the full-length trailer.
You haven't?
I haven't seen the full-length trailer. Starring Keke Palmer.
All the movies you done went and seen, and they ain't showed it?
They haven't showed Nope.
Oh.
They showed it for you?
Every single one I've seen.
You're going to the good showings then. I'm going to the B-list showings. But yeah, so Keke Palmer, Daniel Kaluuya, and then there's a newcomer, is that third guy. His is his first movie, because I saw him on Instagram. He's like, wow.
The Asian guy?
No, that guy's been in a bunch of stuff.
I was like, he's in, what's it called?
The talking on the phone one, right?
No,
the cold calls.
I was going to say the TV show. The one I used to read, the Walking Dead.
He's in The Walking Dead, and then he's in...
I used to read that as a kid.
What was the Sorry to Bother You?
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I was at the phone call.
That one is fire.
Yeah, Sorry to Bother You is phenomenal.
I love it.
Talk about not knowing where this movie gonna go. Shout out to Boots Riley, because you had no idea where Sorry to Bother You was going. But yeah, no, not him. It's I think he's Hispanic. But he was on Instagram talking about like, wow, I can't believe my first movie is the Jordan Peele movie. So shout out to him. He really made it there. But yeah, Jordan Kaluuya and Keke Palmer headlined that film. And obviously Jordan Peele's genius. So I'm going to pull up the trailer. This one's 2 minutes, so I don't know if this is the right one, but this is the one we're going to watch.
It is.
Blair got the popcorn ready. If they hit me with a trailer, I'll
Did
do
you know
that.
that the very first assembly of photographs to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse? And that man's mom, great-great-grandfather. There's another great-grandfather.
Oh yeah, I've never seen this. Okay. Is this a Western or?
Headwood Ranch is the only black-owned horse trainers in Hollywood. We like to say.
So she's doing like a little documentary type thing.
No Western. Yeah.
Yeah, skin in the game.
I do like Keke Palmer though. And she a vet, you know, even though she's young. She's been doing this since Aquila days.
Yeah.
Since she was spelling. Again, not knowing what the heck's gonna be going on.
But they're gonna move right there.
Shutting it down. Gonna get dark. Y'all all secluded on the ranch. Already a bad idea. Knowing black people wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
From Jordan Peele. And Monkey Paw Productions. I like his little production company name. Typical Daniel. Out in the dark. Remind me of that scene to Get Out with a man running to him. This summer. That's the newcomer right here. Yeah, he's the newcomer. You know, like the gas station things.
Think I work for that.
Ooh, she was tore up. That was like the T-phone home. But people did say it's like UFO. UFO type thing.
Yeah,
so,
it's dope when you just see so many things kind of going on, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, am I watching a Western? But then at the same time, you're getting the sci-fi.
The sci-fi, unidentified.
Yeah.
Why am I flying in the sky? Nope, I don't like this.
And then at the same time, you're just getting so many random elements of like the inflatable tube man.
So now you saw how it can do that now?
Mm-mm.
Sorry. YouTube?
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
When was it doing that? No, because remember that was the knock on YouTube. Until you can't.
Nah, you still can't close it. You still can't turn your phone off though. It'll stop.
Yeah, but no, if they make it to now where you can close your phone, it's gonna
They
be
won't
late.
let you.
But
You can close it if you pay premium.
you can do this, and it'll still play.
And you would be able to.
Great-great-grandfather.
You'd be able to do that, and it would keep playing if you pay. If you pay
Okay,
for
I ain't
premium.
paying for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, remember you couldn't though back in the day. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't do none of that. And then even this is a big. Guys, I'm sorry. I just needed to talk about this. Sorry to interrupt this podcast. Take this as a take this as an ad break. Shout out, nice callback. But yeah, no, this is crazy because all I wanted to do was have a music playing and like at least go on Instagram. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I did it by accident yesterday, and then I was trying to do it again, and it just kept closing it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I even did it this time.
Only bitches could move.
How do you like make sure it do it though?
So what you do is. It's
Because I just flipped it up to like close it.
and
then you
there's
gotta
like
tip it
another,
up.
yeah, there's like another button you gotta hit. I forget what you gotta do. I can't. Yeah, but yeah, there you go.
But you gotta like flick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Only some of them do it though. I don't think it's all videos. Anyway,
You pay for premium.
we're not paying for no premium.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's wild. Now you can kind of have like the small screen and be on your phone while you're on YouTube. So that's for you guys. A little note to take away if you're not, if you're not into movies. Anyway, back to Jordan Peele. The trailer looks fire.
Mm-hmm.
Again, typical Jordan Peele. We have no idea what's about to happen.
Correct.
It comes out July 22nd. We gotta see this one together. We want to get the full squad back in action. So we might try to find a way to make that happen.
Okay.
Maybe Ledge gotta come down, or we gotta go up to the set. He said, but yeah, this one needs to be experienced. We'll probably do something special on Instagram. So if you guys are following us, make sure you follow us at Slate Laced on Instagram to see what we're doing.
Yep.
But Blair, you're excited. I know you're excited to see it.
Yeah, of course I'm excited to see.
We gotta see. I think
Let's
he's.
try to see what he got in store. If he about to hit again or not. You know, if he's getting ready to go on one of them runs.
I think he's about to go 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's going 3 for 3. You know, I feel it.
I'm always curious if he's gonna have that run like to me where like Hitchcock did like in the 50s to like the 60s, whereas it's like whatever he dropped was just.
It really was. Like I don't like a lot of Hitchcock things, but I do have the respect, and you know he was making some hits. So.
That's what I always compare people's runs to. I'm like, do you
You put him on that pedestal right away, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hitchcock is
No, I mean like you hold people to that standard.
Yeah. I'm trying to see.
If you ain't doing what Hitchcock doing, you not hitting, no.
No, I just get ready to see if you get ready to have one of those runs where you just everything you drop is getting ready to be that, you know, because I always look at it like it's a prime, just like in sports, right? Like what's your run like, you know? Even in filmmaking, it doesn't really matter how old you are, but it's just what are you getting ready to put out for your next 4, 5, 6 films? Like you look at Quentin Tarantino, and he respects that type of run as well, because you know
he was saying what, like 10 movies, and he's retiring.
done. And you know he's out of good. He's everything he's brought. You know.
Yeah. What was the last one? Though? It was kind of a little. Kind of a little watered down, a little watery.
No, I liked it. The Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I enjoyed it.
Then there was another one. I thought
That was his most recent one.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he did another kind of like goofball one. Well, you're probably right, but I thought there was another one. Yeah, Once Upon a Time was good. It was just long. It was just long. Django?
Mm-hmm.
That was a mess.
Well, you know, for me, it's like Django original, amazing flick. You know, so it's just hard to even like fathom that he's gonna do it. Yeah, but so I always just look and see if you get ready to go on those runs. If you get ready to go on one of those runs. So I'm curious,
about to do it
because I don't trip off of the gaps in time. Right, film is different. Like you really gotta put effort in.
Oh yeah,
So
it ain't
I'm
no
not
back to
tripping.
back.
Yeah.
What this the NBA? No.
Right, yeah. So I don't expect you to go
You
one
can't.
year.
You
Be like,
can't.
I don't expect you to be like Woody Allen. One year you get this, next year you get this. Next
Stop
year
saying
you get
that
this.
man's name on this podcast.
No, I
We're
mean
gonna cancel before we start.
nah, but I mean for about 25 years or something.
Yeah, okay.
some
Moving
ridiculous
on.
number. Okay.
He was a
right.
pervert, but yeah, he was doing.
All right.
He was doing numbers. We got
Yes,
it.
every year was a movie. That's all I'm saying. But I don't expect you to do that. You know, if you're able to just like every 3 to 4 years you bring one, but every time you bring
Oh,
it,
the guy's about to get flagged.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna put
I
it up.
respect it. You know,
Take it down.
I respect the hustle.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's I'm excited. Like Blair said, it'll be interesting to see if he knocks it out the park again. I'm already confident and I already know I'm gonna like it. But we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on that. Blair, anything else before we wrap?
No.
Nope is in theaters July 22nd. We're gonna see it. Follow us on Instagram at Slate Laced because you need to see what we're gonna be doing. And yeah, is that all?
That is all.
It is a Slate Laced game. We out.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'll show you the camera.
Oh, the corny. There it is.
Oh, did you get it?
Mm-hmm.